Peter Poole. Hey, man. Rob Delaney.
Hey, everybody.
Peter Poole's going to be our moderator today. Thanks, Rob.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, please, Mr. Tim Blake Nelson. Danny Ramirez. Giancarlo Esposito. And Captain America himself, Anthony Mackie.
Got somebody way more cool and a little bit red. Hey, Mr. President!
Welcome, Harrison. All right. All right.
I've been watching a bunch of terrific actors have a really good time, and I thought I might want a piece of that. And it came along, and I was delighted to be involved. I'm happy with the movie we made. It's really, it's a Marvel movie, but there's a strong emotional context. And it's a lot of that is invested in the character that I play. So it was a delight to work with these guys. I had the best time ever.
I have to say, for me, this is a dream come true. You know, it's all my childlike wonder comes out to be a part of the MCU and to be in it in a way where I can have fun and be the badass that I am in a very fresh and new character. To me, it's an amazing feeling.
The challenges of this character involve everything from 3.5 hours in the makeup chair every morning, sometimes showing up at 4 a.m. And not leaving until well into the night, to some really compellingly interesting dialogue, to justifying a villain, because when you play a villain, you want to take his side. And so these were all great challenges, and I love doing it. And to get to be here now and start to share that with an audience is a huge reward.
They're awesome. It's an instant reminder of like why we do what we do, and it's you see the joy in people's faces when the slightest little nugget of information is dropped, and you're like, oh, this is why all these conversations when we're really grinding out story, why it matters. Like when people heard adamantium in there and it exploded, I was like, this is it.
We have an amazing cast, and that's what, when we first started talking about this movie, one thing Kevin and Nate Moore said that they wanted to focus on, and Keanu was a very big part of just getting the best people in the roles. And I'm just excited for everybody to see like what they bring to the screen. Harrison Ford's Harrison Ford. We know, Tim Blake Nelson is Tim Blake Nelson. Giancarlo, that's, those are heavy hitters, but when you look at the newer, younger people, when you look at Danny, like I remember being in that role and being in that position when Chris Evans was Cap. So it's just exciting for people to see him and see what he brings to that character.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, director of Thunderbolts, Jake Schreier. Geraldine Viswanathan. Louis Pullman. Hannah John-Kamen. Wyatt Russell. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Florence Pugh. Sebastian Stan.
San Diego Comic-Con! It is I, Alexei Shostakov! Let me introduce you to... Oh my God. You guys didn't dress up?
What are you doing?
Guys, I sent that email, and we all said we were gonna dress up because it was Comic-Con.
It's a little early clip. You know, we only wrapped 4 weeks ago, but you know, the trailer guys put together like an incredible piece that really like understands like what the movie is about, which is a character, Yelena, who's right over here next to me, like really going through something that isn't, you know, maybe normally what you would expect in a superhero movie. But that there's real character underneath that. And I think like that paired with a lot of extremely practical action. Kevin said, go do it real, go out there. We were in Utah, we were in Malaysia. There was a lot of that in the piece, you know, that they put together, and it was just very fun to kind of, there's a lot more to come that we couldn't put in it that we haven't even done effects for yet, but it was fun to show an early look at it.
Jake is an incredible director, and honestly, the cast, I just had the best time, and the character development and the story arc, it's just been so special to come back into the MCU in this one, you know? I feel so lucky. I'm pinching myself, and it was just such a journey, and just having the support from all the fans today and seeing everyone just being our support system is just incredible. It's just amazing.
It was crazy. This is my first Comic-Con, and I'm like, it really hits different when you see the crowd and how excited they get, and it really makes me so excited for this movie to come out.
Yeah. I feel the same. I've never been to Comic-Con before, and to be honest with you, I was a bit stunned when we walked out there. I didn't quite know what to do with myself, and I'm happy that there's this much enthusiasm. God knows we need joy and enthusiasm, so I'm down for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I felt walking out there a similar state of, you know, paralysis. But I definitely felt like I was rewarded in my mind because I know that we all put every ounce of ourselves into this thing while we were shooting it. And so once I saw the enthusiasm and saw how much it meant, I was like, okay, we did everything that we ever could, and I felt really good about that.
We did our job.
We did our dang job.
But you get to see people see it for the first time, and I said before that it was one of the better experiences I've had, and getting people in that kind of a way to see it all together, I don't know, it's pretty exciting. It's cool.
It's a wild experience. I mean, there's so many people, and everyone's so excited. There's a whole energy, but I think everyone lit up pretty well when you watched. I felt like that was a good moment for us. I thought.
The great thing about this team and this movie and the whole thing is it's a little bit wacky, and I think we were all game to go to these fun, weird places, and I think that our panel wanted to show a little bit of that. I think you see in the trailer, too. It's like a real nice chemistry between this team. I really love these guys and gals, and so we just wanted to have some fun.
Part of the fun is that you're never allowed to talk about anything. For the entire 2 years that you plan doing this movie, and then this is the first time that you're allowed to actually, A, show what you've done, and slightly talk about at least some of the people that you've been working with. So that is the fun, is you actually get to let go, and you actually get to be proud and be impressed by the work that you've done. And it feels really good being here, especially with this cast. It's a very, very special cast. In all seriousness, this is who we make the movies for. We make the movies for people that have grown up with these characters, read these characters, followed these characters, and just being in that room with that energy and having that love being screamed at you is, it's enough to make you want to do as many as you're allowed to do.
Somebody said something about my hat. 1 year from today, exactly 1 year from this weekend, we are releasing the first, Marvel's first family into the MCU, the Fantastic Four. We have not even started filming this yet. It starts filming Tuesday in the UK. Pedro is there and sent a picture with all of them. You saw that online. But our director was willing to fly all through the night to be here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, our director, Matt Shackman.
All right.
The cast is all here. Ladies and gentlemen, Evan Bacharach, Ben Grimm. Here he is. Your Johnny Storm. Joseph Quinn. Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby. And Mr. Fantastic, Pedro Pascal.
Whoa! Whoa!
By the way, this is the first time, all in public, Marvel's first family.
Hold up! How do I get it in?
Retro future 60s, so it's similar to the 60s that you know, but then going to be different too. And so we've drawn on a lot of futurism from the 60s and merged it together with an actual period piece. It's really exciting.
I think just being met with that much enthusiasm, the fans for this stuff is just, they're so devoted. And so to be involved in this this new Marvel family is just a very exciting prospect. It's very new. We're still yet to film it. So it was an amazing thing to, bear witness to.
That energy from like Joe says, from the fans. You know, we've just started, so they're kind of throwing down the gauntlet. You know, it's a nice sort of challenge for us to live up to.
When I first started researching Sue, and I knew a lot about her, but to go into the comics and to read her story and the fact that she passed through, and all the characters passed through so many different artists, that's what I loved. And also the other thing I absolutely love is that this was like one of the main forms of entertainment in the 60s. You know, that's how like popular, in terms of popular culture, we have so much now, but the fact that these guys originated in a time when just the idea of like waiting for the comic to come out and wonder what story was going to be next, and then to read our script and to see all the different components of those narratives throughout the decades is so cool to kind of inhabit and go, okay, so we're telling our version of this amazing, legacy of material that have lived with so many people for so long.
It's incredible to be able to share any of this with the world. There is something I'm still kind of marveling at around a project of this size having the kind of intimacy of this cast, and which makes sense. It's a family, one of the original Marvel families, and so the to be able to kind of like nest in that through this experience and then bring everyone else into it, and share something that truly feels special.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, Joe and Anthony Russo.
Oh my God, we missed you guys. There is one very, very important character that is required to do Secret Wars justice. Ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
New mask. Same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters. Woo!
in 2 years with Doomsday. Woo!